Hello, World Athletics.
Hi Jazmin, welcome to Monaco. Fancy seeing you here.
Thank you for having me.
How's 2023 been treating you so far?
It's been pretty good. I finally hit that 7 metre mark back indoors, and I've just got to figure out how to get it outdoors too.
I was going to ask about that. You've jumped 7 meters.
I have.
Has that changed a lot?
It's changed a lot in my own mind. Instead of just believing that I can do it, I finally have the proof.
What's something people don't know about long jump?
Something that a lot of people don't seem to know is that you actually land on your feet. It doesn't hurt. People think we're hurting ourselves landing on our bums in the sand. You land on your feet. Your backside follows.
What's your favorite kind of training session?
Probably a technical, actual long jump session. I love them.
And your least favorite?
Probably a technical, actual long jump session. I hate them.
Do you always wanted to be an athlete?
Yeah, I pretty much wanted to be an athlete since I knew what the Olympics was.
If you weren't to be an athlete, what would you be doing right now?
I think I'd try and be a pop star. I'd try and be a singer.
Wonderful. Let's walk a bit. How do you spend your time off the track?
So I do a little bit of singing, playing guitar. I like to sew. I make a lot of my own outfits, and I read a lot.
Are you currently reading a book?
Yes, I am currently reading the latest installment of the Zodiac Academy series. I don't know if I can really recommend it. Is it good? No. Do I love it? Absolutely.
Are you currently binging any series on Netflix, Amazon, Disney maybe?
Yeah, I've been watching The Good Doctor. It's become my comfort show whenever I just need something to put on comes Sean.
Who can always make you laugh?
Morgan Lake.
And who's your biggest fan?
My mum.
We know you can sing, but do you play any instruments as well?
I can play guitar pretty badly.
What's scarier, jumping in a major champs final or singing on The Voice?
Singing on The Voice, hands down, way scarier.
Speaking of music, who's your favorite artist at the moment?
I would have to say Laurel.
Would you like to share a stage with that artist?
Oh, if I could one day, absolutely, but she's pretty big time.
Apart from music, have you got any other talents or hidden talents?
No, I don't think so. I think that's it. I think that's me out.
Back to the track. Do you have any pre-meet rituals?
No, and I try really hard not to have them, because if I ever get in a situation where I can't do them, I would panic. The only thing I like to do is I like to try and go for coffee in the city that I'm in if I have enough time.
What's your go-to hype song before a meet?
It's called All About Me by Lily Is That You.
And do you have any other ways to pump yourself up before a competition?
No, I need calming down. I'm plenty pumped up enough when it comes to competition.
How important is it, the self-talk before the actual jump?
For me, when I actually start running, I like to completely clear my head. So saying my cues out loud to myself before I go is really important for me. It helps to sort of tell my body what to do, and then I can just focus on really attacking the runway.
Do you remember what you said to yourself just before that 7 meter jump?
How could I forget? I've watched the video 100,000 times, yes. But that's not, some people have asked me if that's something that I say every single time. It's not. What I'm saying to myself on the runway is whatever my coach has told me from the jump before. So I'm just reiterating the cues so that my body knows what to do. So it's not a specific thing that I'm saying that I say every single time. It's different every time, but you'll always see me mumbling to myself on the runway.
Field events often have or share this family kind of vibe. Is there a long jumper that you like to compete against?
Yeah, I mean, and I think a lot of us would say this. Ivana Vuleta is somebody that we all love competing with. She's always so supportive of everybody else. I feel like I've grown up both watching and competing with her, and so that's something that all of us share, and she's always just a friendly face on the runway.
And are there any athletes or long jumps that you just like to hang out with?
To be honest, I hang out with any of them. We're all kind of buddies. Like, a lot of us really get along well. And I think when you get the chance to watch us out on the runway, you can see that. There was me a few weeks ago back in Stockholm, and the rain was crazy. We had one tiny gazebo for all of us, and we were all huddled in there together, and that didn't feel strange because we're all friends.
If you could steal an attribute or a skill from another athlete, what would it be?
Ooh. I think I would have Larissa's nerve in round one. Did you see the European Under-23 champs where she went out round one, 693, see you later, everyone else, you can scrap it out for the other medals? I'll take that.
You're part of a very competitive and also unpredictable event. Does that make it all the more exciting?
Of course. If you're not already loving long jump, what are you doing?
Time for a quick fire. Tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Staying in or going out?
Staying in.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
Tattoos or piercings?
Piercings, they'll heal over if you don't want them anymore.
Tidy or messy?
Messy. I'm so sorry. I'm so messy.
Indoors or outdoors?
You'd think I'd say indoors, but outdoors. Let's see what we've got.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
And then an easy one maybe, track or field?
Field. Every time.
Let's switch it up again. Do you like astrology?
I like it in the sense that I think it's fun. Do I think it's real? Probably not. But I still like to read my little horoscope every day.
What's your star sign?
So I'm a Taurus, but if I was born on my birthday in this year, I'd be a Gemini, so I'm right on the cusp.
Are you a typical Taurus then?
Stubborn? Yes, I would say so.
Is there something you wish you could be more of?
Yeah, I wish I could be more patient.
What's something you're terrible at?
Keeping my space tidy. When I said messy earlier, I wasn't joking.
A quick fashion route now. You consider yourself an amateur seamstress?
Yes.
What have you been working on lately?
I've actually been working on an outfit that we're going to see in London. Something to match one of the films that's coming out this weekend. I mostly work on dresses, and it's always things that I can wear. I like to have a theme. I like to be able to really imagine the creative process and get it down before I even start. And I definitely had a theme for this one.
Do you have a favorite designer?
Ooh, maybe Lyrica Matoshi.
Would you love to have a collab with that big designer one day?
Yeah, that kind of goes without saying. That would be crazy.
What's a fashion trend that we should leave this year or in 2023?
Ooh, that's a really good question. I kind of like them. I'm into what we're doing in 2023. You know what, actually? Let's leave ballet flats alone. I fear they're going to be back for a while, but I wish they weren't.
And is there a trend that you think that should make a comeback?
I think we should start wearing the kinds of clothes we wore when we were kids. I used to have a t-shirt, I wish I still had it, that had across the front in pink glitter, funky. And you know, I don't know where to get a t-shirt like that anymore. And I'm still funky. I would like people to know. You know what? Follow me, because I need to do something.
One more round of Trek questions now. You have a history in multi-events. It goes back quite a long time. But is there an event besides long jump that you would love to be competing in?
Pole vault. I feel like I should have been a pole vaulter. Because these guns, look at the size of me. I could have been a pole vaulter, and I was a gymnast before I came to athletics. So I think I could have had a lovely pole vault career if I'd have tried early on.
Is there one event you would absolutely avoid?
Yeah, the 400. I see the kind of pain that those athletes are in when they cross the line. I don't want anything to do with that.
Is there an athlete from any time in history you would love to compete against?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Ooh, that is a great question. You know what? Just because she was my favorite, I would have loved to have had the chance to compete with Denise Lewis.
What's your proudest moment in the sport so far?
It's got to be the 7 meters in Istanbul. There's nothing compares to it. That's a moment of a lifetime. While I have you, every time I come to a new track, I make sure that a few days before the meet, I get to the runway and I take a picture of my own viewpoint from exactly down the runway. And then I use that picture so that when I'm visualizing my jump, which I will do several times between now and the competition, I'm visualizing it on this exact runway. So I can really picture myself doing it here, not just on any runway at all.
Wonderful. Do you know how many medals you have at home?
Altogether, I don't know. I still have a box with all my childhood medals, and I mean like from school's competitions, county. I have them all, so I don't know. Serious medals? Yeah, I definitely know how many, but altogether, not a clue.
Do you keep the special ones in a special place?
Yeah, the special ones get a space on the bookshelf, so I can see them every day.
We're almost there. Which country has the best fans?
GB.
Where do you enjoy competing the most?
GB, silly question. Come on.
Last one. What's an unfulfilled dream of you in the sport?
Olympic medal. It's got to be.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me.